Howdy, permaculture people. This is Teddy Matson with Seed of Life Permaculture Design and Landscaping. I'm here in Belfast doing a permaculture informed land clearing, biomass reorganization, sort of blank slate creation, and biomass abundance collection sort of stage in the process right now. So here we have some straight poles from some oaks and maples that came down that weren't wanted, and then next to it's all the branches, the small branches that are ready to chip. Next to that's a bunch of dogwood branches that are ready to chip, and here is one of the monster piles of unwanted roses. And here's just some shrubs that were pruned a bit, and this low land down here full of grassy herbaceous perennial weeds, for lack of a better term, all scythed down and piled up, ready to be integrated into a compost system. That's going to be the last thing to work on. We were thinking about putting a hugelkultur in this area right on the lip of that slope right there, kind of between the birch tree and the edge of the dogwoods that are staying. Kind of make a little terrace plateau here on the transition of the slope. Maybe prune some of these birch branches, let some light in, and put some nice privacy screening shrubs down here in front of the hugelkultur. So right here is the remnants of what were some towering viney roses, 12-15 feet up in the air, kind of smothering this dogwood and taking up space, smothering this little maple tree, hiding some of this willow. So that was all cut down and piled up right here. So with the roses we have options of trying to chip it, which might prove to be very difficult. Moving it will also be difficult for space reasons. So the other option is to biochar, burn it in a swale, possibly the swale that will then become that hugelkultur down there. So it'll be pre-charged with biochar, which might be an interesting experiment. This was a raised bed area that had railroad ties and these pressure treated boards nailed to it. I got rid of the railroad ties, brought them to the transfer station, and these still intact wooden pressure treated boards could perhaps be used as infiltration steps down into the hugel swampy area down there or some other spot. Maple tree came out of growing through this why can't I think? This tree right here. Anyways, yeah, here's some more rose and weedy perennial stuff piled up. Another chunk of maple out here that can be used as poles for handrails or for the post for a handrail or the rail part. Here's some more roses that were swallowing this apple tree alive. You can see they'd pretty much killed some of these outward hanging branches. So those will get pruned and incorporated into the chips for compost. Cedar. It's a cedar tree. And so this whole line of goldenrod and other things were cut back, as you can see, and now reside in these piles that are going to get incorporated into the compost that's going to be made with the assistance of this chipper. So we're going to chip everything we can, save the long poles to facilitate in making the pallet compost bins as posts that hold them in place, or something else, plant poles for beans or tomatoes or cucumbers or something, squash next year. So that's what's going on here. I'll give an update on the progress tomorrow. Okay, take it easy.